we're going to talk a little bit about the stress that we have as drivers. Today I was planning to come down here to have this meeting tonight, and everything that could happen did happen. Got delayed a couple of hours, and everybody said, well, that's just normal trucking. It is. So is the stress that's involved in the normal trucking. And you make plans, you got to change your plans, and you get a little anxious. So I decided that would be a good thing to talk about tonight, is the anxiousness, anxiety, the frustration that we get in the job, just in general, along with the fact that we're not at home, we be with the family, especially the over-the-road drivers, the ones who make a living out there on the road, but they have trouble having a life. So that's why we came up with the slogan, learning to make a life while making a living. And that's the whole premise here, is to be able to work together to work through some of these stresses. Because everybody's stressed, but everybody isn't stressed all at the same time. So when we're able to communicate with each other and get together once in a while and understand some of the situations that are just inherent in the job that we do, that was my reason for wanting to do this at the truck stop, is to let other drivers know, hey, you're not alone, that this exists in the industry. They have all kinds of programs designed to help take the stress away. You can call, help, like employee assistance programs and that kind of thing. However, I think it'll always work a little better when drivers help each other. I am a Christian, and we do listen to a lot of the biblical counsel that's there. So I was just thinking about the one in Philippians where it says, be anxious for nothing, but in all things with prayer and supplication to bring our petitions to God. You may have a different translation that says it a little differently than that. And that sounds like it's kind of normal, but as I read a little closer up the beginning of chapter 4, there was a conflict in the church that was going on. They were fighting amongst themselves. They had issues. They were a city in Greece that was owned by Rome. Christianity, it was called the Way back then, and it was under a lot of pressure. They weren't always safe. And then on top of that, they started arguing amongst themselves. So Paul wrote that to help encourage them to not be anxious. Some of these things are just going to be the way it is, a natural consequence of trying to do something. I don't have much anxiety when I'm just not trying to do something. So as I was dealing with my anxiety today, I just felt that would be a good thing to share with you all this evening, so that we don't feel alone. That's pretty much the way I did, is and then to have a conversation about it. Like I said, if you've seen our videos, you got cookies, coffee, conversation. We're in a healthy, safe environment at this beautiful truck stop here at Workman's Travel Center, and they asked us to be part of this, and we're enjoying doing that. If we can help in any way to alleviate, maybe keep one marriage together, keep us from all this driver turnover, the amount of drivers that leave jobs because they can't do the stress, and you try to find another one, and it's good for a little while, and pretty soon, we've had 6 jobs in 2 years. So being able to be consistent in that, not let our stress just cause us to quit life, quit families, quit our jobs, try new jobs, just to find out that unless we have a ability to manage our stress, and since I've had to put a new manager in my life, and that is my Savior, things have gotten better. Oh, we still have days. If you'd been here last Friday at our driver's connection, you'd have seen me with a bad day. It doesn't discriminate. everybody gets a chance, even the boss gets a chance once in a while, to have that. I wouldn't trade places with my dispatcher for anything. It has to deal with all of us and all of our issues and still get the work done. But that's personal. I just learned that over the years, that they're dealing with a lot of things too. There's so many different avenues that we can use. We're very blessed now with having access on our phones, and a lot of mine came through XM radio when it first came out. And I started using all that to develop a relationship with God. You know, because religion had kind of left me cold, and the relationship has allowed me to get back to being close to God, knowing that He is on my side, that He does care. His love is never ending. And He uses a lot of the pain and the agony.
Tell them we're about relationship, not religion.
He uses a lot of the pain and the stress and the agony to help us to realize we need to lean on Him more and get a closer relationship with Him, because it's the only one big enough to work for me. There isn't another job, another relationship, another dollar that's going to fix the issues that I have. So, as we work through this, and we're going to be there, we have our website, we have our, I'm trying to think of the
Grace.
name right now. Grace, Faith, and Prayer.com, where you can get in touch with us. My phone number is on my card, and I'll just tell you over the video here. You can call 618-267-8528. If I don't answer, leave a message. I will call back. We'll try to help you through any things that you may be going through.
Calls related to driver's connection only.
As long as it's related to something about the situations of driving, that's what we want to be connected with, is drivers,
Their
families of drivers, and that just doesn't have to be trucks.
Employees of any kind.
And if you're in an industry where there's a lot of stress, strain,
This is Workman's Service Center.
if you work at Workman's Travel Center and you're dealing with some kind of issue, or you know somebody that is, pass that number along, and we'll try to get in contact with them. We'll try to get them in here with us on a Friday evening at 7 p.m. so we can meet them and we can eyeball to eyeball. That's the real relationship. That we can do that and care about them, pray for them. Hear some of the stories, not just the bad ones, but the praise reports as well. You know, some of us get some pretty good breakthroughs because we've learned to have that relationship with our Savior, and we've learned how to access that in times of stress. Nothing worse than thinking you got something, and when you need it, you can't find it. Everything in my truck is organized, so when I need it, I can find it. That's what I like to have in my life. When I'm dealing with issues, whether it's a relationship with my children, with my wife, with the neighbor, with the police, you know, we have a few of them.
And they're a good thing.
We need to have all the tools accessible at that moment so that we can work through it successfully. There won't be more damage and destruction. There'll be building up, and there'll be building a relationship. You know, I do have a little problem with the police, but I sure love it when they're there and I need them. And so I've learned to have a relationship with them, and a relationship with other drivers, and a relationship even with the four-wheelers, because we're going to be out there, we're going to be dealing with it, and if we're able to not get stressed out about all the situations that we encounter in the day, it'll be better for us. So I like to go to that scripture that says, be anxious for nothing. You know, there's a way to get through the stress.
Where's that family?
We can't get rid of it, so we have to learn how to work through it. And as we work through it, we just get better instead of bitter. And our lives, you know, less ulcers, less high blood pressure, heart attacks, all the stuff that's related that sometimes you can't get back. You know, I just lost one of my driver friends this last week, and I'm gonna miss him because him and I shared a lot of stuff over the years, helping each other get through another day. And if we can help one person, that's my goal. That's where we want to be. That's pretty much what I've got to say this evening. Let's open up for a little conversation and.
Tell about the truck, the man that had a family member on life support this week. What you thought was an altercation and a delay was really something that God had for you to do.
Oh. When I was at the account, there was a problem with my trailer and I was being delayed. So we were sitting there with the scale master, and the scale master, I gave him my card, and the scale master said, hey, my night guy has just had problems with his father. He's went on life support. He's had to fly up to New York to be with his dad. And he said, would you pray for him? I said, that's exactly what I want to do. You know, and when I did work on
And how did the
I
man?
got to meet the guy. I know the guy. I know his
But how did he know?
personality. So now I get to pray for him and his family, and make sure that he knows that he's got somebody he can call and talk to while he's going through this situation. Like I said, you're going to have them. So having a support system, a team of people you can talk to when it's happening is critical, and that helps us to make it through another day. Like I said, just today I had to deal with the fact that I might be late to our meeting here tonight. But the fellowship of other drivers means that much to me. It's like I will make the situation work. It actually gave me something that I wanted to talk about, because we all pretty good on a good day, but one of the bad days we really need each other. We need to know that you're not alone, and when you're not alone, we got some help out there. You know, drivers used to have a great reputation for helping people and doing things, and the last few years we've kind of gotten a bad reputation because of all the press that we've gotten that was, you know, less than positive. Well, we can turn that around. We can get it back into a better relationship with everybody, and it'll start with our relationship that we develop with our higher power, our God, our Creator. We are not a religion. We're involved with developing a relationship, and whatever you may feel or have, we're not limiting
judging.
that. Your relationship will be personal to you, and we will develop, or we can work together and not have all these divisions and confusion and conflicts and separation that we have. Now, can we do anything about it? I think I love the story about the starfish. It was a bad storm, and all these starfish washed up on the shore. The little boy was out there after the storm, and he was walking through the starfish, and he picked one up and threw it back in the ocean. An old man was up on the beach, and he yelled at the boy and said, hey, why are you doing that? You can't save them all. You can't even, make a difference. He picked up another starfish and said it made a difference to this one as he threw it back into the ocean. So we may be able to help somebody. You may be the one. And then in turn, you'll help somebody. And that's where the connection comes from, the fellowship comes from, the camaraderie comes from. We do have a unique position of how much of society we get to interact with. And the better we do that, the better things will go. Well, I thank you all for listening, and Tune in again next week. We'll do this again. Thanks. How dumb was that?